Good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever your time zone is. Either way, for me, Bob, good morning. Hi, chat. It is a nice day outside right now. I'm looking that way because this is where my window is, by the way, if you're wondering. It's a beautiful day outside, and I'm stuck in here playing Great Attorney. Great Ace Attorney. It's all good. I love the Great Ace Attorney anyways, so and I'm not much of an outdoor person, so in that department I guess I don't lose much now, do I, chat? Either way, how are you doing, chat? If you're wondering how I am, I'm pretty good. Pretty good night's sleep actually, funnily enough. I didn't actually sleep the usual good old 8 hours. I actually went to sleep pretty late yesterday after the Medusa farming. That one took a while. I was working on that shit for a while. In the process, I ended up getting Gilgamesh to bond level 12 as well. That's how long I was like. I got like over 100,000 plus bond points just yesterday doing that shit. Just farming XP for Medusa slash farming a QP. Both, by the way, if you're wondering. So, yeah, I got a lot of that. Either way, today is not a day for FGO. Today is good old Ace Attorney Day. Because I love Ace Attorney, so obviously we're gonna do Ace Attorney at least today. Either way, I know it's a little early, but unfortunately today has to be done this early. Thankfully tomorrow morning we'll do another Ace Attorney stream. Since today afternoon I cannot. So tomorrow morning will be the replacement part stream. Today I get basically a break on the afternoon. Well, not a break. I have something planned today on the afternoon with some friends of mine. So I'm going out. Basically, I'm going out, basically getting the hell out of my house. Which is good. Either way, we're doing the good old give the 5-minute mark, which is the usual thing I do. Give the 5 minutes at start, wait for people to come around, and then we start the game. Outside of that, I might actually do one thing. After I'm done with the I was trying to think like how I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So sticks, tomorrow is FGO LB 6-3, isn't it? Damn it, I might have to delay the Great Ace Attorney replacement then. Because tomorrow LB6, its part 3 comes out tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So tomorrow is Oberon summonings. Yeah, it's gonna be Oberon summonings and LB6 part 3. Probably. I don't know which I'll do first, if I do part 3 or if I do summonings first. I think I'll do summonings maybe first, then LB6 part 3 tomorrow. Then either way, we're gonna have it in the morning then. Either way. Okay, we shall see how that goes. We'll see, chat. Get there. Hopefully, we get there. Hopefully I have enough saved up for getting Oberon, because god damn it. Out of all the things I wanted to get, this is the main one I want to get. So, yeah. Like, more so than, like, Morgan Le Fay, or even Koyanskaya, or Summer Kiara. This one really I want. So, this is, I hope. I'm not exactly at pity, but I'm very, very close to pity. That's the thing. Now, if I am gonna have enough, depends. Probably not. But let's see. Hopefully Oberon is nice enough to just come around. Mind you, weirdly enough, I don't have much trouble. In JP, at least, I didn't have much trouble getting pretenders. Weirdly enough. I hope that's not the case for... I hope that's still the case for NA, not, like, alter egos. I hope it's not an alter ego case all over again where I can't get a goddamn alter ego to save my life. Anyways. It's high time we start this shit show. So, shall we get going? let's continue the adventure of the unspeakable story. Woohoo! I love it. What voice did I give this man? Because I don't remember. At all. What voice I gave him? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is 15th April, so 2 months ago today. Would have been 15th February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded by ledger. Was it at 10:30 p.m.? I see. What? But that suggests. Yes, 15th February. Yeah. It's precisely the day on which the Omnibus murder took place. Oh boy. And 10:30 in the evening. It's precisely the time in which terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Oh boy. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... Oh god! I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. Well, this JoJo reference just got very, real. Really quick. I was about to say, this man is a walking JoJo reference, but now it's getting a little serious. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. What do I do? Well, I guess we're returning in the box, aren't we? There's no way we can give this back. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, it may not. Mr. Windybang, this is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my own life. Mr. Windybang, no! Alright, that's enough. Alright, that's enough. Oh, ooh, this guy. I forgot. Inspector Gregson. Inspector. That's right, sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, huh? Oh, praise be, you're here at last. I was months away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. It would seem you have the upper hand. Right. You lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty arky-barky. Petty? Mr. Windymere very nearly met with his end. Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said much. No matter. It's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. Nom nom. But of course, Inspector. Ah! He's getting away! Get after him, lads! Whistle the beat, Officer Joe! Sir! Jesus Christ. He escaped. He literally... what the hell is this literal JoJo ref meme? character. A spate of babs a bunch up around here recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers. Let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector. I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Down. From Mr. Permanently morning. Oh, yes? I'll be taking down whatever it is of McGillen's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. Oh boy. Oh, what did I do? No, don't. Don't give it to him. It's mine. That is mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to McGillen has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. There, Gina, it's alright. Can she keep the coat? And so we handed Mr. McGilden's disc over to Inspector Gregson. And we're summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. Wait, that's the first part? Damn, I was so close to being done with the first part of this. Damn, that's a long first part. We haven't even have... No case has happened though yet. Like, technically, like, nobody has died in it yet, so the case... There's no case yet. There's not even a robbery. Well, technically, there was an attempted robbery. We stopped before it happened, but still. 15th April, Baker Street. See, that's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah. They let me keep it after I looked daggers at him for long enough. I went through the pockets and said, "Gone," then before telling me to scalp her. Always pay off, giving people a look like you hate them. I can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. I like her design. Though I'm not gonna say the same for the lines she has. But I really want to... What I really want is that nice shining disc, mind. The music box disc. But Mr. Windybank said it was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna go and have another bash. Give him a long art stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windybags again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. Police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement off from Mr. Windybag. But that's mine. That disc's mine. I had a ticket for this coat, and it was in my coat's pocket. In this coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what the Rockin' Cove said, ain't it? Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too. Whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Eh? Oh! Wasn't expecting that invitation. Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure. And I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. No, ta. Oh. Why would I come around to your place, huh? Have you lost your head or something? Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled of me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Interesting. Absolute Tsundere I basically found. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come, right? Right. Very well done. I'll inform Iris to set a place for a potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too. Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Miss Sato. Until later, then. Nice. Well, let's get a move on then. I don't think there's... let's go to Shom's suite. That might as well, right? To Shom's suite. 15th April, 3:46 p.m. Shom's suite. Doesn't look that bad. Suzy and Runo. Come in, come in. Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, aren't you? Oh yes. After all, we have a special guest joining us. Yes, who it is. Go on. You'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Jeannie! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news. Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh yes, that does sound like fun. Wait a second, wait, what? I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate, are you, Mr. Naruhodo? I mean, it's interesting at least. Is it a good idea? Not really, probably not. I mean, definitely not a morally correct one, but I guess if you really need to open something that's yours, literally yours, and you lost the key, maybe. By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to? Oh, there he is. Early? Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Hello? Mr. Sholmes! I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. No, you're very much here. I don't know how to respond to that. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes. Early does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where our real parents are. What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face. Oh, no, it's nothing. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering? Am I right? How? How did you... Like, you're better at this. Are you sure you shouldn't be the one that should be Sholmes? Like, you're better at this than him, yes.
Oh, I can read you like a book.
I guess we're just that readable. This girl is dangerous. You can tell that. You can say that again.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
Okay, very well. Let's ask. Wait a second, can I... I'm curious, 1 second. Can I... Yes. Let me see. So, Miss Chums, why are you so engrossed in? Did you not hear? I am not here. Of course you're not. I cannot think why the whole bed of the ocean is not one solid mass of oysters. So prolific the creatures seem. Ah, he won't even turn around and look at me.
It's best just to leave him alone and when he's in one of his moods like this.
Yes, I can see that. But I don't want to. It's always hilarious. Genie. So, by Genie, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right?
Yes. Well, she stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after their trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together.
Wait, what?
And now we're the best of friends. Oh. What a lovely tale.
That is something, definitely.
Yes. Now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can.
I don't think... I feel like some... What the hell did you do to her? Like, what did you do to Genie? Iris, for her to run away from you on the streets?
Oh. And they chase her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship. You could say that again.
And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh.
Oh yeah, she still has the grenade launcher.
There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Genie wants me to make a whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Mr. Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Early always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Why the hell are you shooting Sholmes with that smoke grenade launcher? Also, what other way is there to react to a smoke grenade launcher? Like, outside of like just coughing very badly because of all the smoke. Like, is there even another way of reacting to that thing? Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited.
I just hope she does actually come. Living with Sholmes.
I'm sure you've been wondering why is it that I live here with Early, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? Oh.
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore.
Oh. Well, shit got serious in less than 5 seconds, didn't it?
Mommy passed away when I was born. And at around the same time, my father... Well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Early were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before. I mean, like, last time I checked was... Herlock Sholmes and Dr. Watson? Wait, 1 second, what's her last name? Last time I checked, it was Herlock Sholmes and Dr. Wilson. Look, I have to technically use the fake. You know it's Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, obviously, but... in this case, it's Herlock Sholmes and Dr. Wilson.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the mantle chest over there.
Really? You recorded them all? Holy shticks.
So, you mean it's true, Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
I mean, you always need, like, someone else to back and forth. So Mr. Shulm's partner was your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. And found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley who wrote these. He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out that the author of all these accounts was my father.
So Iris's father was Mr. Shulm's partner. Damn, Iris's father.
I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me it wasn't really my daddy. I mean,
Oh, God, don't make me goddamn cry, please. I just woke up. It must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh. Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
That is impressive. On the other hand, I'm a bit of a 50-50 on that. Not even a 50-50, I'm just not very good at spotting lies. I'm a little bit gullible on bullshit. Obviously, the moment someone tricks me once, though, obviously, like, I start doubting them heavily after that one time. At least for the day, I get lied to. I'm not gonna say after that, but at the very least for the day I've been lied to, then it's like, okay, I'm not gonna trust you for the rest of the day, probably. Or at least I'm gonna be very skeptical, buddy. Right.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diary. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, actually.
Also, for anyone in chat that is like, why the hell are they called? Why the hell is it Sherlock Sholmes? Well, copyright is a bitch. Thankfully, though, there is an alternative for the name of Sherlock Holmes, and that is Sherlock Sholmes. It's kind of one of the oldest, like, kind of work around the copyright work, where they changed his name from Sherlock Holmes to Sherlock Sholmes so they could use it, which is kind of hilarious back in the day, obviously. So it's a pretty fun alteration and it's actually probably a good alteration for them to have made. Otherwise, we would have never gotten this game in the West, in Europe/US. Would never have come out if they didn't make this change.
I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. Forgets everything. As soon as you solve the case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved in proceeding to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's same surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson.
Wait a second, what?
I learned from his diary that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so that I could earn a doctorate as well.
That's impressive. Iris' father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. Oh, that's the victim from the first case! The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Oh, God! That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University, and a man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan, was Iris' father. Uh-oh. Miss Susato.
Yes.
Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. Yeah, I agree.
I think that would be for the best.
Oh, my dear fellows, how good to see you, and like, all the tension just gone. Good job. Thanks, Erlock. Thanks, Sholmes. I will give you a prop. You're very good at one thing, and that is completely cutting any kind of tension there was around.
Mr. Sholmes.
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? Yep.
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madame?
Oh,
Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
Oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Miss Susato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilded's disc.
Oh my.
Then, what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that I have an undeniable turn for detection. I may well be even more adept at larceny. That is not a good thing.
Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Rudo could be your go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Right.
Plus, Susie has such a beautiful handwriting. She could write all our menacing crime notifications. Yes, I'd be delighted.
Can we stop? I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. I agree with the MC on this one. Like, I think it's for the best we just forget this conversation ever happened. At any point. Right, it's probably alright, right, chat? It should be fine. Like, definitely nothing incriminating or morally questionable is happening in this room right this moment. Good much. Okay, the music box disc. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. Chocolate?
That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes.
A literal bar of caramel? Can I have some of that, please? I love caramel. Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, Cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. Okay. I'll be telling you that whatever it is of McGill, it's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. Oh. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was at precisely that moment that I summoned one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars, like this. Oh, smart. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. How big is that disc? Like, because of the image, it looks like a really big disc, but I imagine the disc is actually not that big. Like, the only way you'd get that's in 2 bars of, like what? The bars of caramel would be this size, so the disc is like this size or something? Like, even if I'm going to be nice and say like this, right? And there's 2 of them, like, at best, the bar is like this big. I don't know anymore. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
How extraordinary.
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press, and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and ever without ice sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when displayed. The music on the disc.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
No idea?
None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I'm afraid not. Goodness, you don't know, Rudo? You don't know, Rudo?
Yeah. Oh, that's... okay.
Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound.
Okay.
Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes.
Well, I'm learning something new today, aren't I?
First music boxes to be invented used the rotating signal of protuberances on it.
Okay, that's the original design. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why, exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce, and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
It really is. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable.
Ah, I see. So that's why, yeah, no matter what we do, we can't really know if this...
So we cannot know what music is in this goddamn disc, because we don't know what music box this disc is supposed to go into. That's a bit of an issue, isn't it? I guess eventually, I imagine eventually further along this case, we'll probably find out what it is. But until then, I guess we're on a question mark zone. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. None of them worked, I guess. But as you can hear, to no avail. Ugh. Ugh. The results were equally unsatisfactory on this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe.
Every single one? That's early for you. Always thinking things too far.
But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. Hey! What? I guess it is his house, but still. God damn it. Magnus McGilded. Magnus McGilded, not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Ooh, flashback. Ooh, do I get to voice him again? No. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Yeah, the burn. Literal. The coach that was on fire. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows, still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, I mean, not defeat, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Intimately. Shut. Oh, my god, my eyes.
Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Fry's fired mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty for my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. That case was really good, though. That was a really good case. It would appear the case is not yet closed. It does appear so, then. Let's see.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Shuji. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom, were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windybank's storeroom, gathering dust.
My dear madame, I'm quite sure I told you already. Pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault. You say that, but you very much changed your tune when you lost your violin.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. God damn it, Erlock. I love Erlock Shulms in this game, so I find him absolutely hilarious in all the right ways. Also, god damn, he's still full of himself.
You have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
What? Susato?
Ah,
What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said Down of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title?
Yeah, they never told the full title. They just said the Baskerville.
Well, that's...
That's because Mr. Sato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But Bruno, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
And I showed early in the manuscript. He told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windy Banks.
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
If this is what happens when you stay awake till 5 a.m., you miss 51 minutes of low-paced eternity. Who died? Nobody! Nobody has died yet! Nobody has died yet! We're still going! There's still no death. I've been going at this for 50 minutes. Nobody has died. The case hasn't even technically started yet. This is a long beginning. Goddamn. Right now we're trying to figure out why the fuck does Susato know the title of a manuscript for the Adventures of Erlock Sholmes, and when nobody has supposedly told her the title. Oh. What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Oh, nice deflect. Miss Lestrade. Hey, Jeannie. Gina.
This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going.
No. Wait, Miss Lestrade. Calm down there. Oof. It's not why it was something. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Right, Iris? Haven't we, Iris? Boy, Iris, you okay there?
Oh, yes. Just wait there, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course.
Well, we need to know why you know this.
It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please make yourself at home.
Damn. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some meddlesome? I won't take no for an answer. Meddlesome it is. Meddlesome it is, then. I'm pretty sure that's not what he said, Renosuke, but fair enough. That is accurate. That is close enough. Very close. Swear to God, this still feels like the end of a freaking...
Oh, there's the cat. Oh, look at it.
Hey, Wagahai. Welcome back. Even Wagahai came to join in on the festivities. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all out to steal things from one another without being noticed. God damn, extremely useful skill to learn. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. I'm being sarcastic, chat, by the way. Don't actually go around stealing other people's stuff, please. Don't be like that. 15th April, 9:44 p.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Shulman's violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
Please don't do that, Susato. Okay, Susato, mind explaining something now?
Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Susato-san? What did you do?
It's about the telegram I received.
Oh. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean? What? Are you actually a servant? Are you about to be summoned to FGO now? Like just being called to you're being called now. You are being summoned by someone for a Holy Grail war. Okay, I'll stop. Look, I have to make one fate joke here. One, okay?
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When? Servant, Caster Susato. Susato-san with her noble phantasm, the Susato toss. Whee! Just goes in. Whee! Susato toss is the goddamn fucking NP.
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
Yes, I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Meanwhile... Oh. Knock knock. Oh. Could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends.
Ah, Iris. Hello again. Sort of got is a weird way to react to something.
And Gina, too.
Oh boy.
Yes, Gina's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me.
Aw.
Isn't that right, Jeannie? Well, yeah. How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Jeannie showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. And also, please don't do that. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? I don't want to see Iris in jail. It's like, please don't do that. I don't want to see Iris in jail. She's absolutely adorable. Just not Iris. Don't put Iris in jail.
Well, you see, I came to return this dish.
Wait, what? That's mine.
Oh my. However did you...
Iris, you're going to Brazil. Oh god, no. Oh god.
I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back.
Wait, is it not in our court? It is. Okay.
Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Ah, thank you.
Alright then, good night.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Genie? I think I want to fancy my chances with a lawyer. What lives in a place like this? Yeah, me too.
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. We know what it is.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does. Also, I do have to do one thing I didn't do last time. Present the armband! Would you mind if I showed you this, Iris? It's just a boring old thing, really, but...
Oh, I don't really like boring things.
Ah. It looks like Japanese modesty is easily misinterpreted by young Western children.
Huh. I mean, who does like boring things? No one wants to be shown something boring. Come to think of it, you're always introducing things with, this is boring, but it's a bad habit. You should stop it.
I'll be sure to let the entire population of the Empire of Japan know on my return. Yep. Jesus. Okay, let's talk about the manuscript.
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? So sorry. I need a little more time, please. Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about really, but... It's a story you made up, is it, Iris? This mental script, or whatever you call it.
Mental script.
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I mentioned it to you before, G, but my daddy was Early's assistant once. His partner. Eh? They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though.
And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now then?
Oh boy.
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land. He'll be gone a very long time. So, I've never really met him.
So, Dr. Wilson is not the best of fathers, I can tell.
Oh, right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her. Well, the Hound of the Baskervilles. Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts.
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. I thought it was fascinating.
My bad.
But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, it turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
Ooh. That's interesting. Sherlock Holmes getting just... It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please do not ask.
Alright then. I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. That's what they all say. That is such a cliche. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windybank, isn't it?
Yes. Early said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean, that's what it is. Keeping secrets like that.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean. If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too.
You lot are too trusting for your own good. But you can pull the wool of my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What?
Early's lying to me?
I don't think he is. I do not believe that, at least. I'm guessing Iris is like, yeah, to talk with Iris, I have to do this. Iris, Gina, your parents. I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I?
Never did have.
Oh.
She's an orphan.
Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us. From the minute we're born. Not even our mums. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. That's why you're a pickpocket. Nah. Living's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how you see it. That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I had to think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought that I'd make everything fun. Right? But I listened to what Iris just said. It's not like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them.
Yep.
It's true.
They really do get along.
I do want to see Dandy. So much.
God damn it, Iris, stop! Please!
Oh, Iris.
I don't want to cry today. Not fair. I want to cry today. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons he popped that manuscript or whatever, right? But come on! That's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really involved in old Windybank's story, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, it's sold it. Well, without telling you. But Ernie would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha! Grandmas do a lot worse than that, believe me. Half-assed liars, a lot of them. You just haven't realized it yet. I'm telling you, that mental script ain't at Windybank's. You'd soon see if he had a look. And if you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Early's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Ah! Stop! I don't want to see that face. I want her to cry.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Genie. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this too early, will you?
Nope, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then.
She's always with that one coin, just... I cannot do that. Save my life. Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult, but deep down, she's still just a child. Yeah! For anyone that's wondering how young she is, she's 10! She's goddamn fucking 10! 17, holy shit. Oh, she's actually old. They're almost the same age. Holy shit. 34, 10, and 48. Holy shit. Who knows? And Gregson is 44. Wait. Damn, Sherlock, you're kind of young. Relatively young, actually. Deep down, she's just a child.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Well, to bed we go. And maybe this time we can get this goddamn case rolling. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father. But also, the name of the murderer, visiting professor at Yume University. Wait, did I say murderer or murdered? The murdered. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Dot 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 dot. Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know who's talking. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. Oh, so it was Sholmes. Oh, hey Sholmes. What's going on in the middle of the night? It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mr. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home. But I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out of the window, my dear fellow. What's this about? Oh. Wait a minute. Kidnap plot, maybe. Might be. Why is there a light on at this time of night? Oh, boy. Ooh. That's Mr. Windybank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Windybank's? Oh no. Yep, she wanted the disc. It's simple. If that store was really an old Windybank's storeroom, there's no way from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Oh, she went to grab the manuscript! Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, you sold it. Without telling you. Gina have gone. It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once.
At once.
Mr. Sato. Oh, hey? 16th April, 1:14 a.m., Baker Street. The door to Windybank's, it's open.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, mustn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. Oh boy. I have a bad feeling about this, chat. There's no one here. Oh, yes. There is. Oh, shit.
Ah! Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Sholm's been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruto. But after them. Go. Right. Right. Gotta get after these asses. Blast! I've lost them. There were two of them, though. Hello, whatever you here. I don't know. Oh. Well, I was just raised from this problem worker, sir. Would you know something about that? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot! Yep. With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Weenie Banks. Oh? What's going on there?
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado,
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
I prefer my Sherlock Sholmes voice. Oh shit. Double oh shit.
It's Gina!
Well shit. Double oh shit. That's not good. Well, I think I know who's our victim and who's our defendant. Somehow I have a feeling. I think I know who's our defendant now. And who's the victim, obviously, but I have a feeling I know who's the defendant now. Oh boy. It'll be alright. It'll be alright, man. After them. After them. Go! Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry! And then we saw Weenie Bank is dead, and Gina has the gun in her hand. It's Gina. Well, shit. From that moment, Weenie Bank's pawnbroking became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed to back to my lodgings at turn 21B. Oh boy, we are... Well, this is gonna be a case and a half, isn't it? Oh, at least we're starting the case. 16th April, 6:21 a.m., our hotel's legal consultancy. Oh, hey, Iris. Oh, Iris. Oh, she is deadpan.
A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home.
Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Early and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. What happened, Bruno?
Poor Iris. She's trembling. And yeah, I know. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so. In two ways, unfortunately. First, probably point A, Erlock got shot, so obviously he's probably in the hospital. And the other state is, well, Gina probably is in jail right now, because I imagine she's the suspect for the murder, because she had the gun in her hand. Susato, I don't know, we're about to find out, I guess. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, yes, I had a feeling.
You did?
Well, I saw all of the police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened here.
God, don't look like that directly at me, please. No, no, I don't want to keep... Can I stop this? Can I stop now, please? I don't want to. When we entered Windy Banks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street, and I chased after them, but they got away.
So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose.
I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh? Why not?
They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see? Gina.
Gee, but why?
Well, the thing is...
No, Genie wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. I guess we're gonna have to explain that later. Okay, I'm Shulm's situation next.
So where's Hurley then? If he still is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to a hospital this morning.
What?
Please stop. This doesn't make it easier. Well, when we entered Windy Banks, a gun was fired, and he took a bullet.
Hurley was shot? No.
It's alright. His life isn't in danger.
Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital?
He's at Saint Sinners. That is, irony on that word. In that name for a hospital. They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see.
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
God, please. Let me stop talking about Sholmes already. It was the 2 thugs who were in the Mr. Windybank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno.
That is true, actually. They did have a gun, and nothing is... and I'm probably gonna say that unlike Mr. Windybank, which had only 1 bullet inside of his gun, I'm pretty sure they probably will have more than 1 bullet in their guns. In their gun.
On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris. Poor Iris. God, I still have 2 more of these to go through.
Where's Susie, Bruno?
She's still at the police station.
Oh? Why?
I expect she's still being questioned. Police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mr. Sato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
Ah, I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
Whew. You should have let me know and I would have come to the station.
People forget she's 10 years old.
I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Early dead, didn't they?
No! I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris.
This is all so horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Windybang was found on the floor in the storm where he keeps all the deposited articles. Also, that is hilarious. It's just like, Jesus. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no, oh no.
And according to the detectives who investigated afterward,
Don't tell me there was no one else in the room.
yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes, the only explanation indeed. So we got a locked room case, chat. I think? Is it? Yeah, the storeroom door was locked. We have a locked room case! Again! Oh, actually, it's the first time in the Greatest Attorney. It's not the first locked room case being done. There has been more done before, but like... Well, in the Greatest Attorney, this is the first one.
What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well,
What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can send just sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me?
Oh yes, I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Yeah, I think we're starting with the hospital then. Let's go to the hospital first. New location has been added. So there's the prison, the hospital. There we go. Let's go to the hospital first. Bro, let's just let the rip off this band-aid first, please. 16th of April, St. Peter's Hospital, Ward 3.
Early. Oh. He's not here.
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Early was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's being sent home.
I'm not sure about that. So sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Poor Sholmes.
Oh.
Hello, what have we here? Oh, it's Bobby again. So what is off limits? No visiting. So what are you doing here,
Well, I'll have you know, we're Early's next of kin.
Oh. Well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. Sir? A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solved has a mysterious family. If that's how you see us, sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Early?
Ellie is currently in operating theater, ma'am.
undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since he went in. Oh dear, is he going to be alright? Well, doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetic, that is. Oh. I heard a report that General Casey may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. Ah. Anyway. I mean, it would be fair to say they won't be back here for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Well, guess we're not actually, out of curiosity, I have a oh, I can. Oh. Just was kind of curious if that was something there. Okay, guess we're going to talk with Jeannie. Because obviously Herlock Sholmes is not possible. 16th April, local prison cell for key. Whew. Hello, Gina. Whoa there! Wait, why do you still have your grenade launcher in the prison? How do you still have the grenade launcher in the prison?
Oh, you still have the grenade launcher, Harley and I.
I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for?
Jeannie.
I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry?
Yeah, you heard. Get lost. Don't be like that, Jeannie. I know you didn't do it. You never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't.
You think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oh.
You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Interesting. Just to see what I could lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am.
But Jeannie...
I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by and before and said he'd be a lawyer for me or like. Said it was my right or something. But I told him to get stuff. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me anymore, obviously, if she tried. Yeah. Jesus Christ, here we go again.
Why are you being like this, Jeannie?
Well, let's find out, I guess. Might as well. Legal representation. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. Dumping it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Because that's how it's always been for me. Grew up in the back slums my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell ya, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. It happened to me before and all. And sold out nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it.
Jeannie, don't you trust her, no?
Nah, I don't. God damn it, no, don't make Iris cry again. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Well, we might as well ask what happened, though. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night, at the pawnbrokers. Like, you can at least. There's nothing to tell. I figured to pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. The old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest.
But why, Jeannie? Why would you do that?
Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two.
7 it is, you know. It's a lot of work. And all the time, you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Genie. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me. Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Oh boy. Well, unforgivable lies. Jesus Christ almighty. What did you mean before, Gina? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help.
Sorry. Without time, they're gonna want to question me now. They want... Genie, please. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by.
Oh, what is that? Aw, look at the cute cat. Photographic print of a really adorable cat. And with a snowman in the back.
I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Any point of me having it? I wonder what the little program like that was doing in the pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, gee.
White cat photograph has been entered into court record. Can I tell you, Chad, how hard the genie voice, not the genie voice, but the genie dialect is to say? Like, it is really hard to talk like that. It feels very weird. Let's go to the crime scene now. Well, there's a Bobby. Oh, something. Oh, that's probably. Wait. Who the fuck shot there? 16th April, Windyback's Pawnbrokery. Well, there's a lot of Bobbies that are going around, that's for sure.
This is where it happened then. Last night.
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything that happened. There's no sign of disturbance.
No, you're right about that, actually.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seems to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. Oi, I heard that. I'm gonna say that's Gregson. Oi, I heard that. Oh, Inspector, good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was started, at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, mind. Yes, I'm sorry about that.
I thought you'd assign extra men to the beat around here, Rexy. Now look what happened. Early's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Ah! Your ladyship! Wait, what? No one told me you were coming.
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Early and see he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak.
And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is police's job.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say. What the fuck happened here? What the shit? Your treatment, lol, his treatment of Iris is so goddamn different from everyone else. Girl boss, you could say that again. Holy shit. My god. My god. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are we manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice. What have I just seen today?
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? Gregsy? I have some of my special herb tea with me, if you'd like some.
Oh, he just... Look... Lovely. Not very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. What is this? What happened to you, Gregson? What the hell? I don't even recognize him like this. I'm with Ryonosuke on this one. What happened to Gregson? Okay. Whew, Gregson's back. Okay, we're good. Well, let's present the armband, because that's what we always do. Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this, do you think? We don't tend to share sunshine over the general public.
In that case, Gregsy, how about your marble tea?
Oh my god. There he goes again. Ah, lovely. Not very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. You don't mind sharing that, then? The investigation. So, how is the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina? You're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definite evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid.
Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs you broke into here last night, have you?
What the? Holy shit, she's good.
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
How could you? Ow! I am... Damn! Can we keep her as our assistant? Because I swear to God, Herlock, Sholmes, and Susato got nothing on Iris. My God! Can we just bring Iris along for the rest of these? I know she's 10 years old, but like, goddamn. She's fucking amazing. How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
Oh my god, she's amazing. She's great. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So, you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison. She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course. Again. Wouldn't exactly surprise me. Mr. Sholmes. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Oof.
Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Seniors. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. no visiting at all.
Oh. Oh.
The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Ooh, that's bad.
Oh no.
It didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pipe down. Mr. Sholmes is a human like the rest of us, you know? Like, I swear to God, I know he's absolutely eccentric, insane, and probably maybe a menace to society depending on the day, but nonetheless, he's still human. God, I literally just insulted the shit out of him, didn't I? Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding.
But you will be alright, won't you? You'll be able to make him better.
Of course, surely. He'll be as right as rain before you know it. How nice of you.
Really? How do you know?
How do I know? Well, because, of course, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective. That's why. We'd better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. I'd hope so. They're the doctors, right? He's trying to make her feel that's not.
Oh dear, please don't die, Hurley.
Yeah, our particular relationship the moment I hear is out of the operating theater. Thank you. Okay, we have to ask this. I couldn't help noticing it, Inspector. What? Out of it, sunshine. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. What's the sauce, Sonny? I'm a copper, and we don't go in for favoritism.
But he's right, you do treat us differently.
It's because of those Adventures of Sherlock Holmes stories, that's why.
Oh?
Huh? Oh? I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, because you've been an acquaintance of Hurley.
What did you write about the inspector, Iris?
I don't remember really.
It was one of Scholz's lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me? The very next month, my pay doubled. Doubled, I tell you. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. So basically, he's been very grateful for Iris's writing that specific line. So because he basically... Okay, that's cool. So basically, that's... Yeah, okay, fair enough. Understandable. All because everyone at the yard reads them. They read all the Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me. That's awesome.
Of course, that explains everything. It was right that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Holmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No. The devil say he's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worry about it.
But that would never happen, Grexy.
Every month the new Rents magazine comes out. My hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Jesus.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
I feel free. Jesus Christ, he really, my man. Your salary is dependent on a book. Ah, lovely. That very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship. Teetotal. Oh, yeah. There's something I'm supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruto. Yes? What is it? I've got an important message for you. I clearly forgot about it until now. An important message? I wonder what it could be. Let's see this. Let's hear this. Are you going to tell me that what this important message is then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's not really by your side. Your assistant.
Dear Susie, she alright?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, not anymore. She had to head off. Head off? Where? To Lord Strongart's office, of course. He summoned her. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that. The telegram. One of those whipstocks took her there in the yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there. Oh, fair enough. She got a nerve using Scotland Yard as a blooming messaging service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why did Susie have to go to see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. But I'd better head over to the Lord Chief's Justice office to fetch her straight away. Well, let's go. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. I wonder if we can, because there is one thing I'd like to inspect, which is this over here.
Alright then, let's see what we can uncover.
Oi, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here. Oh, well, we were hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene, for Pete's sake. No touching.
What's the problem, Gracie? Runo's a lawyer, you know that.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry, Your Ladyship. Ever so sorry. The regulations are foreign, my side. Of course, if Mr. Rowe was to have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. Ah, fair enough. The accused? If you could show me some representation paper, I'd be only too happy to let you nose around.
Did you hear that, Runo? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers.
Looks like presenting the detective with the correct paperwork is the only way. Well, there's no investigating until we get Ginny to agree to us for us being their attorney. Well, let's go to the office. Ah, Lord Chief Justice's offices. Justice's office. Oh boy, we're gonna have the booming voice again. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Jesus, that's a lot. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow.
You think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you. I don't know who's talking, but so everything is clear with regards to tomorrow's arrangement, I trust. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, it's Sato and I forgot his name. There they are, Sato and Lord Strongheart. That's what it was.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san. Oh boy.
Oh,
Mr. Naruhodo, I just see the pigeons. What was all that about? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow?
tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial? You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear.
edge. Mr. Sato, what's all this about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruto. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just as that.
That's not what I asked. What happened? Why are you leaving? That is a good question.
It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no.
Professor Mikotoba. So Professor Mikotoba is ill. Oh shit. But he was in such good health. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruto, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensics medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day.
I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mr. Sato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening. Well, we're about to lose an assistant. Oh boy. Gina's trial.
So, Gina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court.
Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago. And the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No, not even 24 hours later?
Gina. Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murderer of the Baker Street pawnbroker. Yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly served mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart. In deference of your fine service to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave now.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. Police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their intrudes. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? There's something going on, I guess.
Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. Well, shit. 3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart. Which is... It's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair. Yeah, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and the defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? A question you would do well to ask to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Well, we did go to talk with her before we came here, so... Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. Bye. Thanks for the thing we already kind of knew, because I went there first. Wait, what a day. Gina charged with murder. Sato-san about to leave. Oh boy. Okay, there's no further thing.
Come, Mr. Naruto. Iris, we must make haste. But, Shuji, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? But you have packing and things to do. As Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Miss Susato. That's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave.
Oh boy.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
Well, if I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can as a lawyer. Of course, like, what the fuck are we in this game? If not a lawyer. Well, back to prison. Back to the prison we go. Woohoo! Ah. Hello again, Gina. Oh, come on! Not again with the grenade launcher thing. God damn it. But you're lot here for now. To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously. God damn it.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition daffing, don't I?
Yeah, it takes quite a bit of time there.
Look, you can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you.
Here we go again. Oh, that was quick.
Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Farewell? Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it would be a glum parting indeed, for Iris is so miserable. Yuji. Well, that ain't my business. If Iris and Mr. Naruto believe you to be innocent, Gina, they've put faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right. I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say to my friends when they are so clearly goodbye to my friend when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. What? What? It's my fault? Yes. So I have one final request, Gina, for our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Only by doing that, will you truly be as alone as you claim to be.
Oh, my god, I'm a smart... Ah, Susato, you smart ass. I see.
What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You told us that everyone lies. So prove it. By admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Genie? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruto and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as your judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. This is that moment where I wish I had the mechanic from like the original game. Either the like the Magatama or the what is it called? The logic chess from the Ace from Investigations 2. That God, Investigations 2 logic chess is so good. It's such a good mechanic. I wish it came back for more games. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? Oh, the McGilda trial. The one in which Magnus McGilda was acquitted. Yep. The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Well, guess so. Trial 2 months ago. Here we go, Chad. We're about to find out all the lies. Everything that was a bullshit from that trial. All the bullshit that happened in that trial. Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got all of me and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilder was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. Okay, so that part was true. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing, and then... Oh. I heard that loud thud. Like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. McGilda discovered you. Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by, but when I look at me and I had a covers of blood all over him. I was so scared, I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Oh. Then Mr. McGill started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were, and why you were hiding under the seat. Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, he threatened me. Threatened you how? He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. About what he was gonna do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarp her before the coppers showed up. Oh boy. Yeah, who'd have guessed the McGilda was kind of a crooked bastard? I couldn't tell. Definitely not. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Okay, let's see. What you saw. You said McGilda made you swear not to tell him what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilding sitting over your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but... It was when I heard the thud of the cove into the floor. I let out a little scream, see? couldn't help it. Magilla heard that and dragged me out by my arm. And that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to that old geezer what had been stabbed. A disc, all bright and shiny. Oh, not a disc. A disc. Do you mean... Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at Winnie Banks. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus? Not for long. McGill had spotted it straight away. Picked it up smartish and stuffed it in his inside pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder. And the bug trotter told me. I wanted to mutter a word of it to no one. What you heard. So the disc was part of the omnibus, or was in the omnibus as well. So that disc is way more important than I wouldn't give it credit for. Because it was so dark under the seat in the cab. I was staring my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was Miss McGilded getting on board. Nah, not only in. Oh? Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilded and the victim. Mr. Fry's Fire Mason. Makes sense. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept during the carriage ride. Which probably is bullshit. Oh boy, here we go again. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. Ah, come on! Come on! I love doing his voice. Give me a... Come on! Why is the one character I did the kind of Irish voice that I really enjoy doing is the one character that is dead? And it fits so well! In my head, at least. In my head canon, it fits so well. This is bullshit. And your own testimony, Gina, supported this. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. That is bullshit, right? Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear them talking the whole time in low voices. What? What were they talking about? Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilden and the victim knew each other. Exactly. So McGilden was lying, as I suspected. Like, everything was a lie. Jesus, it seems. That whole goddamn case was a bunch of lies, basically. I knew it wasn't gonna take long before someone raised the alarm and the bloke hadn't been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGilda told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The 2 cops from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, and after they'd gone, McGilda asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Hey, there we go. Now then, fella. What I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. I'll give you 10 guineas. God damn it! A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yep, you got it. It was Windy Banks. The coach snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. And then there was no one left in the carriage. McGill opened the box under the seat. And let me get out of there. But not without conditions. I see. McGilded's conditions. What were McGilded's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul. Not for anything. About what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah. This is the most important thing, he said. Ooh. I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all? You asked me to go pop your weasel, right? Aye. Been taking me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker's hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. You understand? What? What? You want me to have the ticket? That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later. Sometime over the next 2 months. You have to hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it. Alright then. And in the case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, Windy Bank so it is, and you're to extend the loan for the 2 months it out. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and any old fiend can come along and buy it. But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That should be enough. You understand each other, lass. Don't try anything funny now. If you go against me... Yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In case in a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt. The coppers? Aye. Look, I'm asking you to take this stand in court. Testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what it is that you want? Damn! He had everything planned! Damn! I'll give him some credit! Holy shit! He had literally pretty much everything planned outside of a fucking attorney. That's the only thing I don't think he planned. I don't think he could have planned that bit. But it's still impressive, holy shit. Everything feels extremely well planned out, what the fuck. After he'd gone over it all, I picked it. Got as far away from there as I could. He hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So McGilda planned it, and coerced Junior into giving false testimony. Whew, that was a load and a half of information. I bet you're ready to string me up then. I lied in that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. Wait, is corkers like a... Okay. The thing is, he said he would make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. What a wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew he had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGill would have... In an heartbeat. He could have had a lot of us chased out of there if he'd wanted. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice.
Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. Favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh?
Eh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we cannot investigate. The police will not let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see.
You what? You what? Hurley's having a big operation right now, G.
Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright?
Sholmes is gonna be alright, right?
That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything.
Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it?
Something like that. Sato?
Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here.
Is she gonna do it? Well, probably. Let's be fair. She's gonna do it. Come on.
I don't even know no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing.
Sure you don't, you giant tsundere.
Poor Jeannie. She seems so lonely.
Gina's representation paper entered into court record. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Winniebanks now.
Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Jeannie when we're done there.
God, how long is this case? I feel like we've finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. Now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now, it means Inspector Gregson cannot stop us investigating at Winniebanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. He definitely won't. Jesus Christ, chat, this... We have not even gotten to the courtroom yet. Not even done any proper, so to speak, investigation either. My lord. This is a lot of, like, backstory here for this one case. Jesus. I know this is like the 5th case, and usually, like, the 5th case in every game is usually longer in general. Like, overall, it's usually longer, but usually, by this point, we'd already be at least investigating the crime scene, or, you know, maybe at the courtroom. One of those two. Unless this is an investigations game. Even then, you'd already be investigating the crime scene. Winniebanks Pawnbrokery. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Oh, hey, Gregson. Now to trust these representation papers in Gregson's face. Oh, now to thrust these representation papers in Ram's face and see what he makes of them. Hey, Gregson. Hello, Grand Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Grexy. Here are the representation papers.
Your ladyship! How? I don't believe it. How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign that? I salute you. That is good work, that is. Damn. Even he's like impressed, I guess.
I can see you've been busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Glug, glug, glug. Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. Would it be alright if we investigate the scene of the crime then? Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through that door behind the counter. Yep. Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Windybank and Gina. Before that, though, there are some things I want to check in here. Right. Well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever. Even when the lads are working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the Yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lord Strongarm meant by far more serious matter, or... So what I'm saying is, don't get out of my feet, sunshine. Sunshine?
Come then, let us not waste any time.
Now, before we do that, can we examine, like, this bit? Something is on the ground there. There's the article ledger here, and Mr. Windybank's notes. And, what's this? Looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind.
Oh, look, there's some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie, show us.
Wait. Oh. 15 February, 10:40 p.m. Article deposited. 1 gentleman's overcoat. Loan amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15 April, 10:40 p.m. A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly was a very nice fine coat, in fact, I think.
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
And is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded. I would never expect the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though.
It seems Mr. Windybank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have at hand.
Wait. Oh, look. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently. Yeah, don't we have that picture? Yeah, we literally have a picture like it. Oh! Oh! Hello? Look at that! Look on the back of the print here. There's something written on it.
13 February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th April, 9 p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket.
For an auto that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident on the omnibus, it would seem.
Yes, small box. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos. I can't help wondering. Presumably Mr. McGilden never redeemed the article in question. This is still at a ticket. So it's impossible that the box is still present somewhere in the shop.
Ah, yes. It's something McGill deposited. We need to investigate. Yep. There we go. That is a nice hint. I'm kind of glad I wouldn't have checked that otherwise. It looks like very familiar, doesn't it? I should have seen this somewhere.
Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Jeannie gave us earlier.
Of course. I was forgetting she gave us that print.
Well, what are we waiting for then, Mr. Naruto? Get it out.
Oh, I let the clocks turn. And I already did it, so...
Yes, they are exactly the same.
Just slightly different, maybe.
I've got it. These 2 photographs hide an amazing secret.
A secret? What does she mean?
You must tell us, Iris. At once. You really, really, really want to know?
Yes, we need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Well, we might as well. Pair of photographs. So, Iris, about these 2 photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Windyback's counter and the one Gina gave us before. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these 2 identical prints?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
if you look carefully, two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not?
No, they're not. Have another look at them now.
Yeah, like one of the cats is slightly like looking to the right, the other one is looking directly forward.
Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
I think so. It's very subtle though. The cat, yes.
What's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Ah, well, it's because they're set, you see.
No, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
Ah, stereoscope. Why do I realize why I've heard that word recently?
Oh yes, that's what Mr. Sholmes showed us yesterday.
Yep, that thing over there on the side. That machine over there on the side.
You see, there it is, just over there.
Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures that look almost real enough to touch.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of these contraptions.
What? Really?
You know how a pair of flat photographic planes can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful. Then I'll be able to tell you.
She's over the moon. Bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
I, for one, simply have to know.
Oh boy. Here we go. I'll start brains work.
Have you ever considered, Bruno, how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Well, I just opened them, and it works.
The reason it works is because we have two eyes.
Two eyes. Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away.
What you see with your left eye, not much realistically, because my left eye doesn't see much, unfortunately, these days. Even with my glasses, my left eye is pretty weak.
And what you see with your right eye.
Like, if I'm not even using my glasses, it's even worse. Like, I cannot read what she's saying with my left eye. It's pretty bad, actually. With this, I can kind of tell what she's saying, though. A little bit. I need both eyes to work.
Are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye. Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly, and in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views in one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
Ah. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick.
So, if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head,
you'd be able to see the depth in this print.
You'd be able to see the depth in this print.
Yes, Bruno, you're beginning to understand.
And the stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that.
Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes in one brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
You can? Really? How to view stereoscope print?
Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of print without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go.
Sato-san really loves this kind of thing.
You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing you can... Can you both do that?
Yes. This.
Cross my eyes. I think I can. Watch me and see if you can copy. Blink your eyes. Do this.
Aaron just goes. Just literally cross-eye.
Yeah, that makes it weird. Alright, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh god. There, how's that? This is that's a print screen right there. That is a screenshot in the making, right? This one. Oh my god. Oh my lord, this is amazing. Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Bruno. The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed. Alright, it's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the print. Just cross your eyes. Start by starting at one print and slowly crossing your eyes. You should see the two overlapping images like this. Yeah, I'm not supposed to do that. You try now, Runo. I'm just going to have to give it a quick try. Give it a try, I suppose. The print split into two images for you. Now the next step. Just put the pair of prints side by side like this and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until... Ta-da! That. They form a new single image in the center. Oh, yes! Yeah. Well, that was... Yeah. Oh, yes! It's an Naruto. It works. I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real. Oh, I could look at it all day. I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. It really does. Your turn, Runo. Oh boy. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Not for me. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it? Nah, sorry, doesn't work. Be right back. Okay, Raffaello. Yeah, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work. Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary. So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runo? They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. You know, some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we? Ugh. If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. Yep. There we go. Then set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back and... you look for it. Still amazing if I know roughly how it works now. Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them. True. But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect of your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case. Stereoscopic pictures. I never even heard of them until yesterday. We've certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need. Well, maybe. Plus we get the photograph. Okay, let's see the disc there. Yeah, it's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Runo? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this will be a treat. Shall we have a listen? What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Greggy to have a word. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. Basically. There's this over here that I'm kind of curious. Ah, look here. Oh, there's a bullet hole there. Oh yes, a bullet hole. And I can see the bullet is still lodged on the wall. Presumably, Mr. Windybank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time. So someone shot that bullet. Ah, well... Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that. Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, you know. It's not right, Iris. Ah, did I write something like that? Partially in jest, perhaps. In jest? In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once. Forget that for now, Runo. Let's examine the bullet. This bullet. Jesus Christ. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? A special red stain on the calendar. Aha! I may well be able to help with that. What? There's nothing like the shine of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runo? I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. Jesus Christ. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. Here you have it. You see, when it comes to blood, we're all different types. It's just a stupid joke. God, Shiro would be having a field day with this. Oh boy. Yes, what a scientific observation. So you need this. Oh no. What is that scary looking thing? Early and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch. Okay. Oh, the color of the bloodstain has changed. Yeah, does it make sense now? Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see? Yes, oh wonderful. Can we spray that shit? Camera it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash. Oh, interesting. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Jeannie would say it's bleeding great. So, whose blood are we looking at then? Good question. Well, all the camera does is turn the blood different colors, so... Just find someone whose blood turns in the same color, and you'll know who it belongs to, in a flash. Well, shit. It's more like two flashes, really. Isn't it? One flash or two, this could turn out to be a very valuable clue. They must make a note of it in a court record. Blood samples portfolio. Okay. Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis in the portfolio. As long as they have a regent left, sure. That's true. It's as long as she still can. Maybe we can ask Bobby about something? Something has been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Shh. Keep it down. Keep it down. Oh, sorry. There's a major clue just here.
Really? Then we must tell Grexy at once.
As soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer. Stuck here? What do you mean? I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need an constable to relieve me and take over my shift. Ah, they really have a tough time, the British police. Jesus.
That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it?
No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar you was peering at. Yeah, we already checked it. Fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are. Oh, I'm not confident I can get it closed again.
Oh yes, there's a folding stereoscope.
Really? This is a stereoscope? Sholmes showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in the 3 dimensions. But for that, he used the great big contraption over there.
Ah well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel of all sorts of pictures inside. This little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself.
I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. What the hell was that saying? This is that strange cadavers that you see picture of things as if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen. Well, let's see if this guy has anything to tell us. Police are scouring every inch of this place by the look of it. Instructions for the owner to examine every article in the shop and every ledger and booking accounts. Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely. We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. Sifting through it all in shifts at least, but still. We'll be working through the night, that's for sure. And even then, we'll barely have scratched the surface. Crime in a pawnbroker's. Must be every policeman's worst nightmare. Every coupler's worst nightmare, you know. A crime in a pawnbroker's. Wow, we guessed it correctly. Holy shit. I don't know if there's anything.
These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy.
Yes, it's really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example?
Well, sometimes you can find some real treasure among all the junk, you know. Are you alright, Bruno?
Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole. But when you pick out individual things, you can't help wishing you owned them. Even that horse statue.
That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. You're very clever.
Yep. I am curious. I see that down there, but what the hell is that? Okay, wait. I can investigate this again? I just investigated it, though. That ledger that's open on the counter really is enormous, isn't it? Must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn.
It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head if you ask me.
But clearly, Mr. Winnieback was very careful when it came to articles on his care. That's pretty good on him. Like, good businessman, I guess. Okay, I think there's really nothing to do but to go through the door.
Behind that door is the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Greg said.
Well, here we go. Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Well, through the little window in the door. Mr. Windybank. And Gina on the floor. One dead and the other one with a gun in their hand. Mr. Windybank face down on the floor with Gina beside him. What the hell? Do I have... What the hell is... What is with me today? How the fuck am I guessing everything they're gonna say?
As the
accused's legal representative. You have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Naruto. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door, that's the real scene of the crime. Here we go. Don't worry, if there are clues in there, I'll find them. Oh boy. Well, not much to do now, chat, but to just go in there, I guess. Oh boy, here we go. Well, I think I probably have to move, right? Yeah, I do. Windy Bank storeroom. My nose is being itchy as hell. Windy Bank storeroom. 16th April. Poor Iris. She's climbed up completely. I mean, I can't blame her. Iris is bound to find it this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Poor Iris. Wait, Inspector! Come back here! What is it now, Sunshine? Took one look at me and tried to run away. You figure Scotland Yard's man won't run away from some jumped up little defense lawyer, do ya? Poor Iris. Well, I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. Sorry. So you weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old. That's technically worse, I guess. I'm afraid this is all quite much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector? Eh? Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? Oh. You know, there is this beautiful thing called tact, usually. And, this is not one of those lines. Son, I don't think that went very well. Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine. And I told you not to get under my feet. And we have investigating to do ourselves. Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say. Oh, Hurley. And inquire into how Mr. Shulman's operation is going. I was gonna, examine first, but I guess we're talking with him. Scene of the crime. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Pshaw! You got eyes, haven't you? Use them! There's what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand? So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here? Oh, yes, your ladyship. Do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to the store was found locked from the inside. So it was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now. Was that the police officer doing? Quite right, man. Quite right. Took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible. Oh. As you can see, the victim was discovered
prostrate on the floor, fuzzwise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gutter child.
Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Miss Lestrade, the hapless girl, is curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. And I'm afraid to say, she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No.
Yep, we remember. Hey, this game I just bought. Oh, nice. Congrats, Alla. It's a really good game. It's a really fun game. Well, this case is taking a while to get to the courtroom part of it. This one is taking a while to get to courtroom. This is like the 5th freaking case. Either way, I hope you enjoy the game nonetheless. It's really fun. Presumably, it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In our pocket, we found the key to the door as well.
What? The key to the storeroom?
Yeah, I can full screen this, sadly. Oh, yeah. I mean, you can play it windowed fine, but yeah, it's a bit bad. It's sad you can't do that, yeah.
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector?
Correct. Correct. All of which leaves our ladyship's friends in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid.
Or Jean.
Or... Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is.
Shom's operation.
Greggy, do you know anything about Early? Is the operation finished? Is Early alright? Is he?
Well, the thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector. Please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No. The operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well...
Out with it.
Yes, ma'am! There's something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body... I don't know how to say this word. Anesthetized. Anesthetized? Is that even possible?
It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Yep, I've been under that before. Though not exactly for an operation. I haven't... Yes, if you're wondering, I have been generally anesthetized before. Look, I can say it better in Portuguese. I've been generally anestesiado in general before. So I know how that goes. Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
Also did that. Tooth extractions. Trouble is, the latest thing is always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for him to nod off, so I hear. And now that op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently.
Oh my.
No one knows if it's the anesthetic still in the system, or if the bulk's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again.
Early.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get a word for you.
What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. Jesus Christ, Sholmes.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's investigate the place.
Okay, so I'll probably start with the gun. This is a revolver. A real one.
And quite possibly the murder weapon. Used to take Mr. Windybank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You and Runa look like you're about to faint. Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. Yeah, you can say that again. But anyway, we saw Mr. Windyback with this yesterday, didn't we? I still have to take my own life. I shall have to take my own life. It must be the same gun. And last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storm here, yep, Gina had it in her hand. That was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Windyback told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Also, this is one of the few rare... I'm pretty sure this is like, in terms of Ace Attorney, it's one of the few rare cases where you got to meet the victim. Like, you got to talk with the victim before they died. I'm trying to think if there's ever been that has happened before. Because it's rare. When it happens, if it happens, I think it's extremely rare. I'm not sure if it's happened. It definitely, not in the first game. I know it didn't happen in the first game. Okay, no, it did. We did it once. In the second game, in the second case, you get to talk with the victim of that case a little bit. In the very beginning of it. But not as much as here. Like, very little, though. Third game... I don't think you do. Do you get to talk with the victim in the third game? I don't think you do get to talk with the victim in the third game at all. In any of... No, you do! Last case of the third game, you do get to talk with the victim of the third case in the third game. That is true, I forgot about that. Okay, so it's been done a few times, but it's still not a very regular occurrence. Let's see what's in the chest over there that's open. Out of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked.
Ah,
What is it, Iris?
that's a box file that my manuscript was being kept in. Oh,
Oh boy. Irison's published story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this... I hope not. Otherwise, poor Iris at this point, I'd say. Please don't let it be. Case.
sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
Right, that whole thing.
You must check inside the box at once. Yes.
Well, let's see.
Ah. It was there. Iris' story was there.
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris?
Yes. I mean, of course I believed earlier when you said it deposited here, but still, it's a relief to actually see it.
Really? Because that's not a very well hidden frown. There's something going on here. Iris' manuscript has been entering the court record. Let's check the court record real quick. The Hound of the Baskervilles by Iris Wilson. There's not much of anything anywhere, it's just literally a manuscript. Hound of the Baskervilles. How did Sato-san know the exact title of this unpublished story? I suppose I just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me.
I'm so sorry.
She knew what we were thinking. Okay. That's the 15th February. The undersigned agreed to legal representative by a lawyer named hereunder in regard to the following incident. Defendant Gina Lestrade, alleged order of Baker Street pawnbroker, date of trial 7 till 10 a.m. Attorney-in-law Ryunosuke Naruto. Yay. What do I check next? We could check the blood, probably.
The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line.
Poor Mr. Windbag. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot once through the heart. Most likely the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing. Or Iris. This must be his blood then.
Ah. I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps...
Here we go.
Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
Oh boy, here we go again. The color is blue. Okay.
So, now we know the color the chemical turns when it reacts to Mr. Windybank's blood.
So his turns blue.
And it doesn't match our analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop. But let's add the sample to the others we've already collected anyway.
So that's interesting to know. So he's the blood in the others on the other room is not from Mr. Windybank. Okay. We now know that much. Let's check this, I guess. Look at all these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them.
Can't believe how many there are. A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings. Look.
Pieces of different people's lives, quietly gathering dust in here together. Something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policeman snuffing around, shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. Well. Nothing else to check, it seems. Wait, what? Again? I could check it again. Iris?
Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely.
Let's see if there's anything else here. Maybe we could show him something? Like this. Inspector, what do you make of this? Ah, what have we here then? A redemption ticket for an auto deposit here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of office stationery and wrote the ticket or whatever paper was at hand. Yes, this is the ticket from McGilda's overcoat. The one that little Difford turned up yesterday. Oh, actually no, it's not. Really? You know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to,
Bruno's right, Greggy. It isn't the same ticket.
Bro's cholesterol level has to be insane. Yeah, he just keeps going at that fish in chips. Jesus. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. His cholesterol has to be all over the chart at this point. So, what's all this about then? If I might be so bold to ask.
This is a second ticket.
A second one. It seems that Mr. McGill, in fact, had another article in storage here at Windybank's. True, she gaslighting girl bosses Gregson, an idol to all. Indeed. Also, welcome back. Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruto.
Oh, good, because it's ever so easy to talk to. Nope. Second redemption ticket. Yeah, I had a feeling it had to be this. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilda's overcoat. You mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just a music box it seems. I should have insisted on lasting it back to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilda deposited another article here with Mr. Windybank.
Oh no, it's awful. Like this, the last few days has been like, I can just tell you one thing.
You wanna know what's been right next to me this whole time? I've had a fan next to me this whole time. Because of the freaking heat. It's freaking hot here. As well. It's ridiculous. Like, that has been with me this whole time. Next to me this my whole time. Just so you know. So, yeah. Yes, I can see it right in here. Small box, was it? It's fucking hot.
You have any idea where it is, Greggy?
Any idea at all? Like, the summer sucks, being fair. Electricity costs go brr. Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, electricity costs go brr. That is the unfortunate remark. Being fair, though, I try to use it at a minimum, but even then... Even if I don't use it, I can tell you one thing. My mom and grandma my mom uses it a lot more than I do, so... Either way, electricity costs go brr. What was that scream? That was not a scream. That was a sneeze. And it was not mine. That was a sneeze. That was my mom sneezing all the way from her office. Yeah, that's her sneezing. You don't want to know how loud the sneeze is when you're in the same room. It's loud. It's another article.
It's not an article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue.
Sound bang, basically. I've tried to tell her to, like, contain it a little bit. Like, I'm not telling her not to sneeze, I'm telling her to just contain it a little bit, but, like, yeah. Oh, shit, I missed that. Well, yeah, sir. I support it could be. Over on in a few days, can't wait to get Bargas. Isn't it tomorrow we get Oberon, though? Like, the LB6 Part 3 unlocks tomorrow, like what I read. It's at July 10th. Tomorrow is July 10th. So it should unlock tomorrow. Right? I think I read that correctly, at least. So, I'm thinking Oberon is tomorrow as well. Yeah, probably a good idea you go about doing that. Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes, all full of open expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go barking. Jesus. Can I get that cone? Because that cone is amazing. It's like infinite fish and chips in there. Holy shit. Like, no matter how much he eats, it's like he gets a new fish every time. It's like an endless void of fish and chips. Gregson single-handed keeping the British fishing industry alive. Yeah, exactly. This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector. That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Yes.
Oh, yes, of course. Articles only held for 2 months. So the small box will no longer be in here then?
That's right. It's been forfeited. You've been farting for Saberdusa. I'll be fair, not as much as I would like. And yesterday I was farming, but because of the Oberon thing, I had to focus on that. Again, in the end, my NA account is the main one, and the JP account is a side account. Right? No matter what I do. Obviously, I'll still focus on the NA one. And yesterday I was farming to get as much bond level... Well, A, farming to get Medusa to 120, and B, get as much bond level as possible for Gilgamesh, which I ended up getting. I got 30 SQ out of him. Right now, the next one is basically Cucullin, but that's still like around 650,000 bond points to that point, so that's a lot of quests to do. Well, 100 cubes. You hope I have 100 white cubes. I mean, I probably have 100. Dude, I probably will with the whole goddamn... how many servants I've leveled up. Like, I probably will have, like, a good-ass chunk of them, at least. Like, at least 600, probably. Messes of Madness, 72 per skill, and they're paired to farm. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun, I guess.
Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once. You're wasting your time.
Oh,
There are dozens of labeled boxes out there. Hundreds, even. My super dude is gonna be level 8 skill up for a long time, yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be the same for me, unfortunately. If I do get her in JP. On NA, it should be fine, though. We can't possibly know which ones might have been killed. That's that information not written in the ledger.
well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, you Lechap. Of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. Also, Wang Zhao is on right now. I really want to, but any suppose. Yeah, and you might as well. I don't know. I don't know about Wang Zhao. I don't know anything about Wang Zhao, so I don't know. I'll wait on that one and see if I like the character or not enough to summon. This is getting old. I still got like a year and a half until then. Right now, I'm not gonna even try. Well, let's go back and see if we can find the fucking box. Wait. Oh, wait, or are we supposed to go to... right there?
Yes, this is where all the items that have been forfeited by the original owners are offered for sale. That's right. They've all got little price labels on them, but there are so many.
I wonder if the small box that Scissor was for is still on the shelves somewhere. The box that McGill deposited here just over 2 months ago.
Even if it were, finding it promises to be very troublesome indeed. There are so many boxes, it could be any one of them.
Yep. So what's your favorite Saber Deuce Ascension? I really like her first one. Looks like something she would wear in Ataraxia. I think I think it's the general consensus that the first one is the best one. And I agree. The first one just looks so good compared. Like, don't get me wrong. I like the other two. I like all three of them. But it's like the third. Weirdly enough, I'd say I think the third one is the weakest one, which is kind of hilarious. Like, in a lot of the Medusa characters, I actually like the like Gorgon and shit. I actually like the third one best. But in the case for Saber Medusa, the third one I think is the worst one. It's not bad, but it doesn't look as good as like the second Ascension or the first Ascension. Not even close. I'd say probably the first Ascension is probably the best option. So perhaps the small box of McGilded contains something of very great value.
Well, if that's the case, you'd probably have kept it locked.
So then when you find every box of lock and break them all open, oh boy. Oh, what the hell happened to my... Did I lose internet? Oh, it just completely went haywire. Huh. Good job, mobile Twitch app. It went haywire. So, just a second. You're here. Okay. It's kind of Medusa's feeling. Gorgon added to neat gimmick. It's a neat gimmick, that is true. It is the divine option. And while I don't dislike it, it's like... It's weird. It's... I don't know. It's good, but it's not as good as the other two, in my opinion. The second one is a good middle ground, I'd say. And obviously, the first one is just really, really good. Who the fucking... So then, we need to find every box with lock and break them all open.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go again.
That sort of misconduct would get you arrested. I won't let that happen.
This takes me back. It's been some time since I saw the sun last for me. Yep. Well. Maybe ask one of them? I'm kind of... Oh. Okay, I don't think that I'm gonna get anything out of this anymore. Let's try going to the hospital. I think. Oh, not yet, okay. I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe outside? Oh, there... There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside of Windy Banks.
Never mind, we can investigate so close to home.
Poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry. I was there. I should have done more.
It's obviously your fault, Bruno. Please, don't apologize.
But
It's the criminals who are to blame for all this. Let's investigate and work out to catch him.
Yes, you're right. Oh. I didn't want to examine that. I wanted to move to the side there. Well, might as well, right? Sorry, been 2 months of talking. This doesn't seem like an important one. I'm not gonna voice it too much.
To have a big party.
That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess there's nothing here. Did I miss something, chat? Because... I feel like I'm missing something, right? Was it... Do I have to go talk with Gina? Oh. Well... She's not here, is she? Gina doesn't appear to be here.
I believe she must be in question at the moment. Oh, but wait a minute. What is it, Iris? Well, if you examine Shiri carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? Ginny could have slipped the key into the from the jail when he wasn't looking at escape.
Oh my. Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse. That is true.
Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course.
Oh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the way your words carry. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I suppose I agreed to take it as a contradiction in terms.
Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Sholmes would have just thrown his head back and guffawed.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruto.
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime.
Yes, come along then, Bruno. Come along, Sushi.
Okay, so I guess not. It has to be something in here then. I'm missing, right? I probably have to present more something else to him. Probably the manuscript? Is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest. So when will we get seized at increased gem drop rate? Farming blue saber gems is a pain. Oh, gem drop rates. We don't get that. We don't get that at all, do we? Yeah, I don't think we do. Like, your best bet for gem drop rate is any kind of, like, narrow fest, I think, buddy. That or is a lottery event. That's your best bet, usually. Basically, farm your lottery events, chat. That's your best bet on that. Because I don't remember them ever giving you that drop rate thing. For gems, at least. Maybe in anniversary they give you some. Well, I would prefer if the GP win lottery, like, lottery event, exactly. On the other hand, like, at least I'll give you a point, like, maybe this, I kind of hope this anniversary comes with some good stuff, especially animation updates. Like, please. We've been dry on that stuff like crazy now. Like, give us some animation updates. You know, maybe all the servants that's still using, like, caster balls. Stuff like that. Jesus.
Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hound of the Baskervilles.
A most fascinating title. Ladyship. Fascinating. And, I don't suppose. I mean, I'm still praying that story for log chars, just going to general post. Please spook me, Quaz. That would be awesome if they did that. I could actually... Then in 2 years, I could actually 120 Gilderay if that happened. Because then, actually, would be viable for me to summon for him. Jesus. Would I be any much of my almost self in the tail this time?
Good question. I can't really remember.
I see. Well, why would you, little ladyship? I'll just wait its publication with eager anticipation. You needn't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. You're looking to be arrested, Sunshine? I didn't mean it like that. And even if I did, you wouldn't have bitten her ladyship's head off, would you? Okay, it wasn't that, it seems. Something even better. Free-to-play gacha gets 5 stars. That is a lot. You're coping there, buddy. Even I gotta say, you're coping. Doesn't seem like it. Do we have to present something else to him? No. Doesn't seem like it. Am I missing something? I mean, obviously I'm missing something. Like, do I have to check the back? Yeah, chat, this is like... I'm actually having a very hard time because I don't know where to go from here. This? Nope. When you don't know, try everything, as they say. Okay, let me do a thing. I'm gonna converse with him on that third topic again. I'm gonna advance this as far as I can, just to make sure I didn't miss something in the... Yeah, no, it's... But I did go to check, right? I did check it. Maybe converse? No. Present her with the manuscript?
Oh, my manuscript. Strom said it was that Winnie back that he had. It's so strange. What is it about this particular story? I worked so hard on it. Why would I really say I can publish it?
I'm afraid I have no idea. All I can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose.
Oh, maybe. It's because Ollie isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines.
Yes, maybe. Wish I could say that definitely isn't a reason, but I can't. Gotta love that. None of this makes sense, though. I gotta be missing something, right? Yeah, chat, I have no idea where to go here. Like... Are we supposed to go somewhere else? I don't think so, but... Nah, there's nothing here. Sweet, maybe? No. Whatever it is, has to be in that other place, right? I don't think... Yeah. Whatever it is, it's in there somewhere. Something I'm missing. I'm missing something. But I don't know what it is. Do I have to investigate something again? Hmm? What's it doing? Yep. I do not know. This is the first time I'm actually stuck in this game. Actively stuck. Does the Bobby know? Okay, choose our shop. It seems like this. I'm not being able to just go for it. It's because it's a different guy, but he says the same things, doesn't he? Yep, exactly the same. I do not know. Maybe present Iris or something? I mean... But I already showed her the manuscript. I thought the manuscript was the thing I had to present to her. Britain's chemists and alchemists. Oh, for sure, even if I didn't intend to. This... Like, that down there looks fishy, but it doesn't seem like there's anything to analyze there. I've checked just about everything else. Why is this specific spot a check mark? Like right there, see? I am actually actively just going through everything. Oh, wait, this is different now. Green blood. It just seems wrong somehow. Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different. I wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. Well, that didn't help. Check squat, now did it. Nothing to converse. I've checked every goddamn inch and corner of this place, I feel. And I still can't tell what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I have presented them with that, which gave us that extra line of dialogue. I went to check the boxes, I found nothing. What am I missing? I've shown them the manuscript. I've tried to show them these, they didn't work. I've shown them the representation papers, I'm pretty sure, but just in case. Yeah, we showed it immediately without me even having to present it. Like, I have to be missing something. At this point, I'm just trying stuff. I literally am just checking. Let's even try this again. That's where the manuscript was. It's the same. There's no difference. I don't think if it has a check mark, it means it's done. But like, what am I missing, chat? What the hell am I missing? There's no reason to go there anymore, I think. feel like I'm missing something, right? Hmm. Okay. What is it I'm missing? I shown there this. Okay, maybe not. Okay, that was useless. Okay. I don't think she has anything to say about this, right? Oh, she does. What the fuck am I missing? I checked everything in there. I've talked with him. I presented everything to him. Pretty much. Nothing here, obviously, and... No. I don't believe there's anything here, right? I don't know, the violin. At this point, I might as well... Well, at this point, I've given up. I might as well just check the violin. It was there, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there. And then there was like a box in here because Mr. Sherlock Sholmes decided to take it with him. Wouldn't shock me too much. Wait, there's an arrow? Oh. No? What the fuck? What the, that's the world, what the hell? Oh my god. Uh... The fuck? Well, I do not... He's not here for sure, though. Prison, she's not there. I don't know, fucking Lord Chief Justice's office at this point. I just... Nope. Yeah, that was a far-fetched and a half. It's a good trial, very personal stakes in here with Erlock. Yeah, it's a good trial if I can goddamn get through this bit. The issue is getting through this bit. I don't know. What am I missing? Like, I went to prison, right? And there was nobody here. So that's not it. Dumbass berserker that can't even loot. Chamber logins and ruler. He totally have survived the Archer's MP then. Lol. Oh my god, what am I missing? Like, I have to be missing something. There's no way I'm not, obviously. Like... I've investigated this whole thing. It's all checkmarked. That's checkmarked. The music box, the shelves are checkmarked. Stereoscope is checkmarked. This one as well. The officer is checkmarked. Oh, what the? Oh, come on! 3 golden balls.
That's right. Yeah, it shows the shop is a pawn worker, a bit like your armband shows your defense layer.
What's the significance of the 3 golden balls? Does it have some special meaning?
I expect Early would like to answer that question when he's back from hospital.
I mean, you don't know. Swear to God, if that was it. Like, doesn't seem like it, though. Oh shit, I fucked up. So I've conversed with you about all 3 of these things. Wait a second. Oh! This is what it is. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. Oh my god, I've been looking around the whole place and it's actually the fucking ticket.
The rat smear, you mean?
Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Satsuna's picked up on that. So this is the thing we could give to Iris to... Ah! Oh, god damn it! God fucking damn it!
Oh, that looks like blood.
I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove made of leather.
Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me.
What's the color? Purple. That's a new one. Look at that.
Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it?
Yep.
You must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Although, it would be nice to find out whose blood these colors correspond to at some point.
Yeah, true. We have 3 blood samples now. Well, it's a particular stain of blood.
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Which blood this is?
Let's think. This one... Oh, this is 2 days before. This is the 15th of February. This one shouldn't be too hard. The blood on this should probably be from the person who... because this is the one that McDougall gave... Whatever his name was. Gave to Genie, or gave to the other, got from the other guy, right? So, probably it's the victim from that 3rd case. A little deduction.
That's right. I think it's clear. Iris, you know as well?
Yep.
Your first Bruno, what do you think it belongs to?
Bryce fired Mason. It makes sense because he was the one who got killed that night. Christ fire Mason.
You don't sound very sure of yourself, by the way you trailed off there.
Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. And of course, I'd never met the victim, so I'm sure I remember his name. He was definitely Bryce fired.
The victim of the omnibus case. Yep. Makes sense if you think about the timing. Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Fry's Fire Mason. That would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket here to Winnie Banks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at that time. So it's a smear of blood from the time that Mr. Mission was killed 2 months ago. Yep. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilden was also wearing leather gloves that night. Exactly. Also because of that. So, obviously, he killed him. Now I ask yous, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give a man a hand. God damn it. It certainly does look like a lot of glove pump print, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGill had no injuries at the time, anywhere on his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim. Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes. A little better, probably. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Yep. Yes, I think you're right, Bruno. Very well. Let's make a note of this. Good. Blood on it has been identified as Mr. Mason's. That it? Are we done? Can I move on? Oh, thank the Lord Almighty. Oh, shit. Wake up, chat! You didn't jump out of my skin there. How could Monsieur Wieniebeck set such a wicked trap? I doubt you set that scary one. Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon. Oh. The trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind. Probably a good idea. Well, don't you remember, Bruno? I told her she could rip up the representation, but she didn't want you to be her loyal. Really? Did I say that? Yes, you did. The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. Well, now I gotta go to the prison. There we go. Finally! We're advancing this. God, I got stuck so hard on that part back there. 5:41 p.m. Local prison cell 13. Ah, Gina, good. You're back. Well, she's still being her usual self. Police must have finished questioning her then. Oh, how is it, Jeannie? Was it awful? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers you signed before. It meant we were able to investigate at Winberg's. Oh, right. Don't you want to know how we got on? We've been ever so busy. What's the point in asking? Won't change what evidence saying. That I did it. That's not... Gina, we came to ask for your final decision. What decision? About tomorrow's trial. Will you let me defend you or not? Rabiak, I'll probably be here at the 3 p.m. stream. Oh right, Raffaello. There's not gonna be one today. Okay? I probably should have said this already, but there's not gonna be one today. We're good. I've made plans for this afternoon. So unfortunately there will not be an afternoon stream today. So yeah. Either way, I'm sorry about that, man. But today I've already made plans for it. Well, shit. I should have probably said that, unfortunately. I must submit my paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Aldo to present you. Right, I see. She really lost her fight all of a sudden. But I know what that feels like. The worry is just so hard to bear. Let's go then. What we've uncovered, representation in court.
Actually, chat, I think we're gonna stop it here, probably. Sorry about that. We're gonna stop it here because my lunch is ready and I gotta go eat and then I have to go get myself ready to go out. Anyways, chat, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a... I would have done 2 sessions of Greatest Attorney today, but unfortunately I didn't make plans for today. So, tomorrow we'll have the FG... I'll probably actually do a stream tomorrow morning. So, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, possibly, at 10:30 p.m. my time. Or Portuguese time, which would be... I think it's GMT plus 1 or something? Something like that. Either or GMT plus 0 or just GMT. Either way, Western Standard Time. No, Western Standard Time, my ass. Either way, what? Anyways, chat, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.